Mr. Golightly, once again, I must protest. If you don't stop with that phonograph right this minute, I'm going to call the police department.
One of the most offensive portrayals of an Asian character in the history of cinema has to be in the film Breakfast at Tiffany's. Some also consider Long Duck Dong from 16 Candles offensive. Mr. Yunioshi, Mickey Rooney wore makeup and a prosthetic mouthpiece to change his features to a caricatured approximation of a Japanese man. Since the 1990s, this portrayal has been subject to increasing protest by Asian Americans, among others. For instance, in the film Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, Breakfast at Tiffany's is used as an illustration of Hollywood's racist depiction of Asian people when Bruce Lee and his future wife, Linda, see the film and Linda suggests they leave when she notices that Bruce is upset at Rooney's caricatured performance. In his audio commentary for the DVD release, producer Richard Shepard said that at the time of production as well as in retrospect, he wanted to recast the role not because he didn't play the part well but because Shepard thought the part of Mr. Yunioshi should be performed by an actor of Japanese ethnicity. It was director Blake Edwards' decision to keep Rooney. In a making-of for the 45th Anniversary Edition DVD release, Shepard repeatedly apologizes, saying, "If we could just change Mickey Rooney, I'd be thrilled with the movie."
On the other hand, I am able to see the film in its historical context and understand that it was intended to be a comical role, understand that in many ways it is simply a reflection of a stereotype that people had at that time and which I think we've made strides to get away from.
Director Blake Edwards stated, "Looking back, I wish I had never done it. And I would give anything to be able to recast it, but it's there, and onward and upward." In a 2008 interview about the film, 87-year-old Rooney said he was heartbroken about the criticism. "It breaks my heart. Blake Edwards wanted me to do it because he was a comedy director. They hired me to do this overboard, and we had fun doing it. Never in all the more than 40 years after we made it, not one complaint. Every place I've gone in the world people say, 'God, you were so funny.' Asians and Chinese come up to me and say, 'Mickey, you were out of this world.'" Rooney also said that if he had known the portrayal would have offended people so much, "I wouldn't have done it. Those that didn't like it, I forgive them and God bless America, God bless the universe, God bless Japanese, Chinese, Indians, all of them and let's have peace." The film continues to draw criticism for this character, now widely considered to be a racist caricature, particularly when the movie is selected as a classic screened in public spaces, supported by tax dollars. In 2011, a Sci-Fi and Brooklyn Bridge Park Corporation screening inspired petitions. Now I want to discuss the character of Long Duck Dong in 16 Candles. This time an Asian actor was used for the role. Gede Watanabe played Long Duck Dong.
What's happening, hot stuff?
A 1984 review in the New York Times criticized the character of Long Duck Dong for being unfunny and a potentially offensive stereotype of Asian people. In 2008, Alison McAdam of NPR wrote, "To some viewers, he represents one of the most offensive Asian stereotypes Hollywood ever gave America." Asian Americans have complained that they were taunted with quotes of his stilted English lines. Seeing that an Asian actor was used, but still received criticism for its portrayal of Asian Americans, this begs the question, would it have made a difference in Breakfast at Tiffany's if an Asian actor was used?
Hi! This is going to be a great year!
Let's look at the 1984 film Revenge of the Nerds. Would you consider Robert Carradine and Anthony Edwards' characters to be racist against white culture? No one criticizes the movie that way. They're simply playing nerds. And, yes, Revenge of the Nerds has its own Asian nerd character.
Step aside, Mama. I want to see some of that muff.
Hair pie! Hair pie!
Brian Tochi plays Toshiro Takashi. I haven't heard any criticism of this Asian character as an Asian stereotype. Granted, the character isn't a standout and has very little to do in the movie, but I want to know what you think. Is the character of Long Duck Dong in 16 Candles offensive? How about Takashi in Revenge of the Nerds? Does Mickey Rooney deserve the criticism he gets for Breakfast at Tiffany's? Would the film get as much criticism for its portrayal of Asians if an Asian actor had played the character instead of Mickey Rooney? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Fortunately, Asian characters are better represented in today's Hollywood. Here's a scene from the recent MCU Shang-Chi movie. Check out my own Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter franchise, also below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, this is Andrew in for Kevin Gibbon saying live long and prosper. May the force be with you and keep reaching for the stars.